Hi there. I just wanted to add a little note before I started class to explain what this is here. I have this video with a bar representing each of the elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether or space, so that you can see where they're represented in the flow of class. I'll pop up a little symbol on the particular bar as it becomes the dominant theme during that section. If you'd like to join along and not just watch the picture swirling, I'll put in a little handbell sign just to kind of fire your attention to the change in the mood that the element is bringing to that part of class. So thank you. Namaste. Namaste. Welcome to class. Today we're going to focus on the hips a lot and the shoulders. And we had some really great things go on last week, so I wanted to sort of repeat some of those elements to help cement them in. So come to a comfortable seat, sit in your chair, check your alignment. Notice that your hips are facing straight forward, that your knees extend straight out, feet are straight down. Your spine should be long. Roll the shoulders up and back, gently close the eyes. Just bring yourself into the moment. Leave your workday behind you. Leave anything coming up this evening, in the future, and just clear your mind and really become present. Take a deep breath in and a full exhale to follow. Just continue to breathe this way, clearing your mind, focusing on the moment. Start to see if you can increase the depth of your breaths in and increase the length of your exhales. Let's count them in. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 2, 3, 4. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 2, 3, 4. Continue to breathe just like that. If you can deepen the breaths, inhales and exhales a little bit more, but keep them even, go ahead. Inhaling and exhaling. So open your eyes. Take your hands down to your sides. We're going to inhale the arms out and up. Breathe in. Palms touch in the center, and exhale the palms down to the heart center. Release. Inhale, arms out and up. Breathe in. Exhale, palms down to the heart center. One more time. Stretch your arms out and up as you breathe in. Palms come to touch. Exhale down through the heart center. Let's do some side stretches. So come to sit on the edge of your chair just a little bit. Extend your left leg out. Keep that nice square angle in your right leg. And take your left hand on your left thigh. Reach your right hand up and over. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in deeper here. Feel that side stretch. And breathe out. Take your right forearm to your right knee. Stretch your left arm up and over. Side stretch. Reach long. Inhaling and exhaling. Stretch longer and bring it down. Let's switch legs. Bending your left leg, extending your right leg straight out. Slide your right palm down your right thigh, past the knee if you can. Take your left arm up and over, stretch long. Breathe in. Nice side stretch here. And exhale. Inhale again. And breathe out. Take your left forearm to your left thigh. Stretch your right arm up and over. See how much this is like side angle pose. Breathe in here. Long lines. Exhale. Inhale, get longer. And exhale, release. Let's cross our legs in a figure 4. Take your right ankle, cross it up over your left thigh, and feel that stretch in that right back hip there. Take your hands and just gently encourage your knee down. Just a little bit more. Breathe in here and breathe out. In again and exhale. Come straight over your legs. Get your spine long and forward fold over that bent leg. You can really feel it deep in your hips here. And just melt into this fold. Always focusing on the breathing. Nice even inhales and exhales. Inhaling and exhaling. Come on up. We're going to rotate. Take your left hand to your right knee. You can take your right hand towards the back of the chair. Get long in the spine and then twist. Look over your back shoulder. Inhale, get tall in the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. Inhale and exhale. And release, unwind, uncross your leg. Take your left ankle, cross it over your right thigh. And once again, just settle in. Feel that hip start to open up. Gentle pressure to your knee just to open up the hip a little bit further. Relax into it. And then take your hand to your knee, other hand to your ankle, and begin to fold. Long, straight torso, folding over your bent leg. Breathe in deep and exhale. When you inhale, you can send your awareness of the breath to that back left hip corner. And exhale any tension out with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Rise back up, take your right hand to your left knee and begin your rotation. You're going to turn to the left, look over your back shoulder, long straight spine, deep twist. Inhale and exhale, a little deeper. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, exhale, swirl the spine around. Inhale and release back to center. Okay, let's come to the mat. Come into tabletop pose. Come on your hands and knees and begin by checking your alignment. And once you've got everything squared off, hands square under shoulders, knees square under hips, just kind of release and breathe naturally here. Just take a moment to settle in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale all the air out as you round your back up into cat pose. Sink the belly, inhale, cow pose. Round the back, constrict the ribs, exhale, cat pose. One more time, sink the belly for cow pose, inhaling, and just inhale and exhale, following this pattern on your own for a few breaths. Just feel the spine begin to loosen up. Feel the hip joints begin to get lubricated. And just feel your focus on the breath. Come to a nice straight spine, and then slowly walk your palms out towards the front of the mat. Extend the back long, slight arch down as the heart reaches toward the ground for puppy pose. Breathe in deep here, and exhale, sink into the pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and start to walk your hands back towards tabletop. Once you get yourself squared off, you're going to take your right knee and lift it up out to the side, keeping the leg bent, kind of like we're at a fire hydrant. Then you're going to send that right knee back, foot goes high up in the air, really arch the back up here, kick up, and then extend the right leg straight back, strongly flexing the foot. Press your weight into your right hand, let your left hand grow light and extend forward for an extended tabletop. Inhale and exhale. Inhale here and crunch the left elbow to the right knee in towards center, rounding the back. And then extend, crunch in, and extend, and come back to tabletop. Other side, take the left knee out to the left side, just like that fire hydrant. And then take the knee to the back, foot goes up in the air, kicks high, extend the legs straight, arch the back, flex the foot, take the right hand straight forward, up and out, nice balance pose here. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale and exhale, the right elbow to the left knee, crunch in around the back. Inhale, straighten it all out, extend. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, stretch it all out. And then come back to your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a few moments here just to pedal your feet out slowly. Really get a nice stretch in your lower back and your hips. Let your hips sway from side to side. Let your shoulders move freely. And just enjoy this first downward dog. And then come to find some stillness. Let your heart center sink toward the ground. Get long from the hands to the hips. And then slowly walk your feet forward to stand. Come to the center of your mat, find Tadasana. Inhale the arms out and up. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Stretch up tall. 3, 4, and exhale. Dive down, straight spine, long spine. Go slow for 5, 6, 7, 8. Slowly roll up with natural breath. Roll the shoulders up and back. And inhale the arms out and up. 2, 3, 4, and hold. Reach tall. 3, 4, and dive down. Exhaling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe normally. Slowly roll up. And take your feet, spread them wide. Take your hands to your hips, and then just move your hips side to side, kind of like we do when we get into triangle pose. You get that little crease in the hips, you get that little kick off to the side, just moving back and forth, back and forth. Loosen things up in there. This time you're going to shift your hips to the left, take your left hand up and over, long side stretch here. Right hand remains on your right hip. Left side gets long. Breathe in and stretch. Exhale and come back. Shift your hips to the right. Left hand is on left hip. Right hand comes up and over. Breathe in and breathe out. Get long on the right side. Feel those ribs expand. And release back down. Take your feet just in a little bit, a little wider than hips width. Put a slight bend in your knees. And just let your upper body, let your arms swing side to side. Just go back and forth. Your arms are just moving freely, flopping around as you get some nice twists in. Just a natural, loose spinal twist. Back and forth, side to side. You can speed it up a little if that feels good. Or you can leave it slow and lazy and soft. Whatever works for you today. And then come to find some stillness in the center. Take your feet together. Roll your shoulders up and back. Hands together at the heart center. Close your eyes for just a moment to reground. Find Tadasana. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's come to the front of our mat for some sun salutations. Starting at the feet, get a nice firm grip on the ground. Raise your toes up, feel your arches lift, and then let the toes down. Try to keep that nice arch. high in the front. Going up the front of the body, tuck the pelvis slightly, roll the shoulders up and back, extend the palms out, the chin is level. Inhale and exhale into Asana, mountain pose. Inhale the arms out and up, breathe in, and exhale, forward fold, dive down. Stay here a moment, just kind of rock back and forth in your forward fold. Find out what's tight, find out what feels good. You can bend your knees a little bit if you want the lower back stretch, or keep those knees straight if you want to work on your hamstrings today. See what feels right for you. And come to some stillness. Come up, flat back. Inhale, bend your knees deep, place your palms on the mat, step your right foot back, followed by the left, downward facing dog. We're just going to add a few more downward dogs and planks to our sun salutations today. So inhale here and exhale. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale plank. Exhale downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. This time bend your elbows, push forward from your toes, lower down, chaturanga. Point your toes, push up, baby cobra. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the right foot forward, followed by the left to a half fold. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, the arms come out to the sides, lift up, palms come to touch at the top. Exhale, hands down to the heart center. Inhale, arms out and up, reach up, other side, exhale, forward fold. Let's pause a moment here and just hang. Get a nice stretch. Maybe rock your hips back and forth a little bit. Bend the knees, feel the stretch in the lower back. Come all the way up, halfway, half forward fold. Then bend your knees deep, press your palms to the mat, step your left foot back, followed by the right, downward facing dog. Inhale here in your downward facing dog. Hips really get high. Push firmly out the palms, extending up to the hips. Inhale and exhale. Rise up on your toes, lift the hips even higher. Keep that elevation as you sink your heels toward the ground. Inhale forward to plank pose. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Again, forward to plank, loosen up those hips. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. This time we're going to exhale down, chaturanga. Point your toes, push up, baby cobra. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, step left foot forward, followed by the right to a half fold. Fold deep towards the ground. Inhale, the arms go out and up. They reach, meet at the top. Come down to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Breathe in and breathe out. And relax. So last week we worked on using the chair for our break it down section, and I want to do that again this week. When we had our warrior 3 on the chair, we really got a great form, and I feel like we really got a good feel for how the posture should be without all the extra work. So let's do the same thing for half moon. You're going to begin by sitting on the left side of your chair. You're going to point your left foot towards the chair. You're on the right side of the chair. Left foot is pointing toward the chair. Take your right hand to your right hip, and then just kind of bend down, reach sideways for the top of the chair. While you're here, take your right toes, point them out, rest them on the ground still, and then feel the straight line from your right toes all the way up through your hip, up to your right shoulder. This line is something that we're going to keep throughout our entire half moon pose. You're going to take your left hand down towards the seat of the chair and get a firm grip here, so you're really not having to worry about your balance. You can rest your the back of your forearm on the back of your chair even, or the front of the back of your chair back. So now you can feel that your torso is bent a little deeper and you became out of alignment with your back leg. So now you have to lift your right leg up in the air about 2 feet to keep that alignment in place. So once you lift your foot, flex your feet strongly. So now your right leg is in line all the way up to your shoulder. Take your right hand, lift it straight up to the sky. Here's your half moon pose. If you feel steady here, take your right hand back down to your right hip, and why don't you place your forearm on the chair, the seat of the chair. If you feel comfortable with this deep, now you can see you have to extend your right leg up higher into the air to maintain that straight line from the heel up to the right shoulder. Raise the right hand high up into the air. So now you've got a leg straight down, you've got an arm straight up, you're stretching in all directions. Really flex strongly through that raised heel, shooting energy out through the bottom and through the crown of the skull. Take your right hand back to your right hip, slowly fold the hips in together so you're facing the chair and rise up. That's good. Let's move to the other side of the chair. So now I'm on the left side of the chair. The right toes are going to be pointing toward the chair. And you've got both hands on your hips. You're going to take your right hand to the seat of the chair. And, make sure that's really firmly placed. And then your torso's bent here. So let's take your left toes, point them out. Create that straight line and then flex the foot strongly. Take the left hand off the left hip, raise it straight up into the air, and really extend in all directions. If you're ready to go deeper, take your left hand back to your left hip, touch the toe down, place your forearm right on the chair. Slowly lift the left leg up, flex the foot, make your straight line from your left heel to your left shoulder. Lift the left arm up to the sky, extend it straight up. Right leg is straight down, left leg is straight up. Left arm is straight up. Your left leg is strongly pointing back, extending long. Energy coming out in all directions. You feel really open in this position. We'll take it down, so take your left hand to your left hip, slowly rise up, close the hips, face the chair, and come to stand. So that's great. Remember all those segments. We'll use that in our sequences for today. Let's move the chairs out of the way and we can get started. You want to come to the front of your mat and find Tadasana. Roll your shoulders up and back. And again, just take a moment to become focused and present right here, right now. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up to a flat back. You take your left hand to your right thigh, twist, lifting the right hand up to the sky. Inhale here and really reach up high, deepen the twist. Exhale, down, cross over, take your right hand to your left thigh, take your left arm out and up, look up, twist up. Inhale. And exhale, release back down to a forward fold. And bend your knees deep, lift your arms up, Utkatasana. Sit back, reach up, tuck your pelvis slightly. Inhale and exhale. Lift your right foot up, step it all the way back for high lunge. Get long, inhaling and exhaling. Set your back foot down, open up the hips wide, let the arms come down, warrior two. Inhale here and exhale. What I want you to do for a moment is Take your left hand to your left knee. See how that tips your pelvis forward? Tips your torso to the side. Now we're kind of doing that same thing we just did on the chair, right? We have a long line from our right heel to our right shoulder. And in fact, you can try to push off a little here with your back foot and see how you can almost launch yourself forward and down into half moon pose. We'll do that a little bit later. But for now, come back to warrior two. Then inhale, side angle pose. Take your left forearm, take your right arm up and over. A side angle pose. Breathe in deep and exhale. Take your right arm straight up high to the sky. Rotate your front thumb back behind you. Let the arm come back and bind. Use that right shoulder and the leverage of the bind to really open up your chest here. Looking up at the sky. Look down at your front foot. Straighten your front leg slowly. Let your left hand come down toward the ground. Again, looking up, using the bind to open the chest. You're in a bound triangle pose. Inhale the right arm up, triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bring everything up. Rotate both feet towards the long side of your mat for star pose. And then inhale, the palms come up, they meet at the top. Exhale, the hands come down, Anjali Mudra, goddess pose legs. Sink down deep. Enjoy the feel of this goddess pose. Press the palms together. Feel the strength of the seat in the saddle. Inhale and exhale, continue to get deeper. Sink deeper into a squat. Inhale. Exhale, get deeper, release the palms to the ground, straighten the legs, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms out, straight back, all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale, the hands to the heart center, sink the legs deep for goddess pose. Inhale, exhale, get deeper, sink down to a squat, Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, get deeper, drop the hands to the ground, straighten the legs, dive forward, wide-legged forward fold. One more time. Inhale, arms up, meeting at the top. Exhale, the heart center, sit down. Inhale, exhale, get deeper. Inhale, exhale, hands to the ground, straighten the legs, fold forward. Breathe in here and exhale. Inhale to a flat back. Place your left hand in the center. Take your right hand up to the sky as we twist. Get long. Get wide here. Take your right hand back down. Place it where your left was. Take your left out and up. Up to the sky. Twist to the left. Inhaling and exhaling. And take your hand back down to the ground. Press into both feet, slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Once you get to the top, roll your shoulders up and back. Take your arms out and up, sink into cactus, full goddess pose here. Arms are out, chest is wide, fingers are expansive, energetic. Sit deeper. Inhale the arms up, reach up. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, sinking deeper. Posing forces working together here in this goddess variation. Inhale and exhale. This time, straighten the legs on an inhale. Extend the arms out to a T for star pose. You're going to pivot the front leg so your front knee and toes are pointing toward the front of the mat. Lean forward, forward, forward. Dipping down to triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. Come on back up, bend the front knee, warrior two. We're going to do that move we spoke about earlier. You're going to take your right hand to your right hip. You're going to reach for your block, which is set up just to the left in front of your front foot, about a foot out. You're going to reach with that left hand, just like we did in triangle pose. And we're going to push off with that back foot, reach for the block, make sure the hip stays open. Once we're steady with our hand on the block, our left leg is straight, our back leg is extended, heel is flexed. Now reach the right arm up to the sky for half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Inhale and exhale. You're going to inhale the top arm forward and close the hips so we're in a supported warrior 3, just like we did last week. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to drop the foot, drop the hands, square everything off to the front to a nice relieving forward fold. Breathe in deep and exhale. And then slowly roll up to stand. Whew, that was good, right? Okay, let's do the other side. So this time we'll come to Tadasana on the other side. Roll your shoulders up and back. Take a moment to reground and reset yourself. Then inhale the arms out and up. Breathe in. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale up to a half back, flat back. You're going to take your left hand to your right thigh and then twist open to the right. Take that right hand up to the sky. Nice long twist here. And then exhale, crossing over again. Right hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Left hand comes up, twisting, and release back down. Over here, we're going to bend our knee. We're going to reach our arms out forward. We're in an L shape. We're going to bend our knees deeply. Come sit in Utkatasana. Slight tuck to the pelvis. Look down, make sure you can still see your big toes in front of your knees. And then look up, have your gaze up between your thumbs. Inhale and exhale. You're going to lift your left leg up, step it all the way back to the mat, high lunge. Sink deep, bend that front thigh. Sink it down, reaching up out of the pelvis, slight arch back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, warrior 2. Set your right foot down. Your back foot down the mat. Extend your arms wide. Gaze is off in the distance over your middle finger. Really get deep in that front thigh. Bend that front knee, warrior 2. Inhale here and exhale. Same exercise we did on the other side. Take your right hand to your right knee. Feel your torso come forward a little bit. Keep that arm extended out into a T. You can feel a long straight line from your left heel all the way up to your left leg, left hip, straight up to that left shoulder. And this is sort of our foundational pose that we did on the chair before coming into half moon pose. But for now, back up, warrior 2, inhale, side angle pose. Take the right forearm to the right thigh, left arm comes up and over, internally rotated so the thumb is up to the sky, pinky side down, palms facing the back, and get long. Feel a long line from your left heel up through the body to your left palm. From here, you're going to take your left hand straight up to the sky. Now you're going to rotate the thumb forward and back, and then wrap the arm around your back. Use that leverage to open the chest, pull the left shoulder up and back, and you're a bound side angle pose. Look down at your right foot, straighten the right leg, and then let the right hand come down to the ground for a bound triangle pose. Make sure you can keep your length in the lower ribs. Don't crunch that right lung. Inhale and exhale. Release the left arm, stretch it right up to the sky, full triangle pose here. And then come on back up, point your toes forward, star pose. Breathe in deep and exhale. Inhale, the arms come up, palms touch. Exhale, the palms down. to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Sink the hips, bend the knees, goddess pose. Inhale and exhale, go deeper, bend deeper, sit down in a squat. Keep the prayer hands. Inhale, exhale, go deeper, forward fold, palms on the ground, lift the hips, straighten the legs, and fold. Inhale and exhale. Take the arms out and up. Breathe in all the way up to the top, palms to touch, and exhale the palms down to the heart center. Bend the knees, sink into goddess. Inhale here. Exhale, get deeper, coming down into a squat. Inhale. Exhale, get deeper. Place your palms on the ground. Lift your hips high and fold. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Arms come out and up. We reverse swan dive. Palms come to touch high in the sky. And we exhale the hands to the heart. Sink deep in those goddess legs. Inhale and exhale, get a little deeper. Come towards a squat. Inhale, exhale, get a little deeper. Your bottom should be getting so close to the ground. It's a struggle, but it's worth it. Inhale and release the palms to the ground. Lift the hips high and release into the fold. Wide-legged forward fold. Inhale here and exhale. Take your right palm, place it to the center. Keep your back long and straight. Take your left hand out to the side, reach it up and twist. Open the chest really wide. Get a lot of length between that left hand and the right hand. And come back down. Take your left hand to the center, reach your right arm out and up as you twist. Stay long in the spine in that forward plane. Reach the palm high and release. From here, get strong in the feet. Slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Roll your shoulders up and back and take your hands out to a T. And then into cactus. Arms sit down, goddess pose, full expression of goddess pose. Be really strong here. Tighten your abs, tuck your pelvis under, make sure your chest is wide. Feel those quads firing up. Everything should be engaged and strong here. But then on the other hand, there are muscles we're not using and we can relax. There's no reason for your face to be scrunched up here. Not using your face muscles for our goddess pose. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sink deeper in the hips. Inhale, stretch up through the spine. Exhale, sink deeper in the hips. Again, we have opposing forces working together here for one beautiful pose, strong and fierce. And inhale, bring it back up. Release to star pose. And then we're going to inhale to triangle pose. Your right foot should be toeing towards the front of your mat. You're going to reach your right hands extended, swing those hips back like you did in the beginning, and then tip down into triangle pose. Broad across the chest. Torso should still be straight, not curled nor crumped. And then inhale, back up, warrior two. Bend the front leg, sink deep. Inhale and prepare yourself mentally. Exhale, take your left hand to your left hip. Look forward to your block. Inhale, lean forward and push off of that back foot. Reach for the block, open the hip, flex the back foot, and really open the chest here. Breathe in deep and exhale. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Feel your energy shooting in all directions. Feel strong here. Relax into the pose. Flex that back foot even stronger. Keep your core engaged, but still find an ease in your consideration of the pose. Inhale, the left hand comes forward. Close the hips, and we're in a modified warrior 3. Just like we were last week, just got into it a slightly different way. Inhale and exhale, release the foot to the ground and the hand. Come down to a deep forward bend and release. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly roll up to Tadasana and take a moment to regroup. Keep your eyes closed. Take your hands to your heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice here how you're feeling. Notice your breathing. Notice your heart. They should both be a little bit elevated right now. And just go with that feeling. Recognize your body's ability to compensate for the stress and activity that it undergoes. And then start to regain control, deepening the breaths, increasing the inhalations, prolonging the exhalations. And notice that as you start to regain composure, your breath becomes even and easy again. Your heart rate settles down, and your mind begins to relax. Just a little moment to take it down between sequences. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly open the eyes, release the palms, and come down back to the front of your mat for our next sequence. We're going to do kind of like we did again last week, where we went slow and spent a little extra time in each pose and stuck to more basic poses. I think that you looked really confident in that, and I think that it felt really good. So to that effect, I did add one little bit of a trick at the end, but that's okay. It'll be good. You'll be great. So come to the front of your mat and find Tadasana. We'll spend a couple of breaths in each pose, including Tadasana. So really set up your mountain pose well. Starting from the base, lift the toes, feel the balls of the feet firmly press into the ground. Feel the heels strongly digging into the earth, lift the arches, and then set the toes back down. Feel the tension coming up the front of the body. Tuck the pelvis slightly, tighten the core, roll the shoulders up and back to open the chest, and have the palms spread out at each side facing forward. Let the energy flow and release down the back of the body. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhaling and exhale 3. Inhale, take the arms out and up slowly. 2, 3, 4, and reach for the sky. Hold the breath in just for a moment, and then exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're all the way down. Inhale to a flat back. 3, 4, 5. Just inhaling and exhaling and feeling this pose for what it is on its own. Not just a transition pose, but a legitimate pose. And then bend the knees deep, swoop the arms up for Utkatasana. Biceps by your ears, sit a little deeper, tuck in the abs, release the muscles of the face, look like you're in bliss, and inhale and exhale. Breathe in again, inhale and exhale. Lift the right foot up, step it all the way back for high lunge. Sink deep into your high lunge, bend the front knee deeply, push the heel back towards the earth as you lift the back of the right knee up towards the sky. Tuck the pelvis, grow long out of the hips. Re-arch the back slightly as you look up. Hands are spread energetically up in the air. Inhale and exhale. Inhale for 2 and exhale. Inhale for 3 and exhale. Inhale, warrior 2, step the back foot down, extend the arms wide to a T. Breathe in deep and exhale. Sink deeper into your warrior and exhale. May close your eyes for a moment and just feel your body being warrior 2. Inhaling and exhaling. Open your eyes, flip your front palm up. Inhale up and back, reverse warrior. Feel long arch from your left hip, graceful curve up the body, all the way to your left fingertips. Inhale here, exhale, sink deeper. Again, really feeling the full embodiment of the pose. From here, I'm going to straighten your front leg as we're in sort of a reverse triangle. Really get long from the front toes to the top fingers, and keep that length as you tip forward to triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. Really feel everything growing wide in all directions. Inhale and exhale. We're going to move into Parsvottanasana next. You'll want your blocks. You're going to take your right hand down towards the block. Put a slight bend in your front leg as you take your right foot out a few inches toward the outside of your mat and point your toes forward. Hands resting on the blocks as you pivot at the hips forward to fold to pyramid pose. Breathing in here and exhaling. Breathe in deep and exhale again. The next time we're going to take our right hand to our left shin or knee and take our left hand out to the side. Rotate the thumb down and bind the arm behind the back. Use that bind to leverage open the chest towards the left as we twist, and we have a revolved triangle pose. Inhale and exhale. Really feel where the lungs are expanding in different areas than usual, and make sure you fill those free areas with your air, with your breath. Undo the bind, take both hands down toward the blocks, put a bend in your front knee, scoot your blocks forward, and then lift your back foot up to the sky, closed hips, standing splits. I know we don't do this very often, but you've got it. You got both hands on the ground, you're solid. Keep your hips squared. You want to drop your right hip so it's a little more square to the ground. Lift the foot up higher if you can, and breathe. Now you're going to take your left hand and your left block and move it out a little bit outside the mat. You're going to begin to open the hips. Draw that right hip up toward the sky. Grow light in the right hand and extend it up. And here we are, half moon pose. Feeling really good here after being it so much today. Again, extending energy in all directions. Now we're going to close it back down. Take the right hand back to your block. Close the hips. Drop the feet together. Bend the knees deeply. Swoop the arms up. Utkatasana. Sit down. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale the arms down to the sides for Tadasana. That's great. Let's do the other side. Same thing, we'll start out slow, we'll collect ourselves, feel every inch of each pose along the way. Starting in Tadasana, your feet are firm on the ground. Really feel all the points and corners of your feet. Feel that structure, that stabilizing structure we need. Make sure the pelvis is slightly tucked under. The abs are engaged just a little. The shoulders are up and back. The shoulder blades are kind of tucked in here. That opens the palms to the front. The chin is neutral. The eyes are closed just for a moment to feel the mountain. You could be so strong in here that somebody could bump into you and you wouldn't even budge. You wouldn't even notice your mountain. Inhale one more time and exhale. Before we inhale, the arms out and up, reach up, long and slow. 3, 4, and hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale, dive down slowly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just breathe in and breathe out here at the bottom. Really go within. Feel the comfort and security and grounding of this forward fold. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come up to a flat back. And once again, take a moment to appreciate this pose for what it is. Your torso and legs create a nice strong L shape. You got your arms on your thighs or your calves or your knees, rather, like brackets. It's a very stable pose in itself. Inhale one more time here and exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana, bend the knees, raise the arms up, sit deep. Breathe into this strong pose, fierce pose, right? We can make it feel fierce. We can sit a little deeper. We can reach the arms up a little higher. We can tuck the pelvis slowly. We don't really need to arch in the lower back, but we can arch in the upper back a little. Breathe in and breathe out. Now lift the left foot up, step it all the way back for high lunge. Sink deeply into this pose. Press the back heel back. Press the front foot firmly down into the mat. Grow long from the hips. Again, we can tuck the pelvis so we're not arching the lower back, but we do have a gentle curve in the thoracic spine. Bring it up and back. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to inhale a warrior two, step the back foot down, spread the arms out wide. Sink down into the pose, bending the front knee so the front thigh is more parallel to the mat. Looking over your right fingers off into the distance. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath in and exhale. Flip the front palm up. Inhale the front palm up, arch back. Take the left hand down the back of the left thigh and feel a beautiful crescent here. So such a long, graceful pose. Feel the front ribs expanding as you breathe in. Exhale, sink deeper into the front leg. Inhaling again and exhaling. From here, you're going to straighten the front leg. Really reach long from the front toes to the top fingers. Keep that length as you bring it forward into triangle pose. All the way forward and down. Take the back arm up. Spread the arms wide like wings. Inhale here. Feel a strong line from your left shoulder to your left hip. Feel a matching line from your right shoulder to your right hip. Not a curve, but a line. You want that extension. If you feel too crunched in the lower ribs, come up a little. Don't go so deep. Inhale here and exhale. And take your left hand down from the sky to your block. Take your left foot out wider towards the edge of your mat. Pivot your hips forward for Parsvottanasana. Inhale here and fold. Feel the straight legs hinging together as you get deeper. Keep the torso long. Keep the spine straight and just fold at the hips. Pyramid pose. Feel the angles of the pyramid here. Breathe in deep and exhale. You're going to take your right hand out to a T. Rotate your thumb down. Take the hand behind your back. From here, take your left hand to the outside of your right leg and see if you can twist to the right. Open the chest toward the right. Lift the top shoulder up and inhale and exhale. Again, feel how your breath is different with this twist in the bind. You can use that right shoulder to free up some space in the upper right lung as you twist and it contracts the lower right lung. Breathe into what's free. Release the bind here. Come back to center, back to Parsvottanasana, and just enjoy one more moment in this pose. Breathing in, bend the front leg, reach the arms forward. Keep the hips closed as you lift the back leg up to the sky for standing splits. The heel gets really way up there, but keep the hips closed. You don't really want to open them up so much for this. Fold your head down toward the ground. Both hands firmly supporting you on your blocks. Inhale here and exhale. Next, we're going to open up into half moon pose. So take your right hand out in front to the side a little bit. Open the back, open the top hip. So your left hip point is now headed towards the ceiling. This makes your toes point sideways. Take your left hand up to the sky and get long in all directions. Especially your spine. Feel your spine lengthen here. Like a slight arch in my back. It really feels much more energetic. Inhale and exhale. And then close it all up. Close the hips. Bring the arm back down to the ground. Bend the knees deeply. Swoop the arms up for Utkatasana. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, rise up to mountain pose. And release the arms down as we exhale. Whew, that was good, huh? We'll take another minute just to regroup. Find control of your breath. And then we'll take it down to the floor. So come to sit on your mat. You may want to sit on the block. And let your knees fall out to the side as your soles come together in a diamond shape. And then pull the flesh out from your thighs so that your sit bones are really solid on the ground. You can kind of wiggle back and forth and feel them a little bit like that. Excuse me. And get long in the spine. Feel the connection between the blades of your feet on the bottom, the outer edges. And push down on the knees a little bit to help encourage any opening in the hips. And then once again, sit up and get long in the spine. Take your right arm up to the sky and your left arm up to the sky. Bend your right hand down towards your back. Use your left hand to pull the shoulder back. Open up the shoulder. Let your fingers reach down your back on the right hand. Take your left hand back up to the sky. Open it out to the side. Rotate the thumb down and bind the arm behind the back. You can either stay on the lower back here, or if you feel like creeping those fingers up to clasp both fingers of both hands together, you can do that. But keep the spine long and feel this opening in the shoulders. Breathe in here and breathe out. Release the left hand down, bring it up to the sky. Stretch the right hand up to match, and then switch sides. Take your left hand down your back. Use your right hand to get some leverage. Pull that elbow back. Get those fingers going down the direction of your back. Then take your right hand up to the sky, and then take your right hand out to the side. Rotate the thumb down. Wrap it around your back, and then see if those fingers want to reach up to find their match in the other hand. Inhale here and exhale. Any distance of closeness those hands get or do not get is perfectly fine. But feel your shoulders opening within their current range of motion. Inhale deep and exhale. Inhale again and exhale. Unwind the right hand, reach the arm right out and up. Match the left hand to the right, stretch long, get to the sky, and release the arms down. Keep your left leg right where it is. Extend your right foot out, flex the foot as if it's standing on. Kind of have a little tree pose going on in our legs. And then we're going to keep our tree pose legs and we're going to rotate. And take your right hand to your left knee. Get long in the spine, and then twist towards the left, looking over the back left shoulder. Inhale, get long. Exhale, go deep. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Unwind. Soles come to touch. Once again, reestablish your diamond. Inhale here and exhale. And then keep your right leg just how it is and extend the left foot out, flexing the foot strongly. Inhale the left hand to the right knee. Exhale to twist. Inhale, get long in the spine. Exhale, twist deeper to the right, looking over the back right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling again. Exhaling deeper. Inhale and exhale to unwind. Match the soles of your feet together one more time. Get long in the spine, hinge forward at the hips, and grab onto your shins and come into a forward fold. Feel your hips opening. Feel all those tight muscles stretching out. Feel the fascia getting a energetic massage. Inhale and exhale. Really release into this pose. You can even stretch the arms out ahead of you. And you can use your fingers to kind of pull the floor to get a little more traction in the stretch. Breathe in and breathe out. And really enjoy this moment here. This isn't an opportunity we get in our lives every day. It's an important one. There's studies that show, like athletic studies, that show that stretching should actually be incorporated as part of their exercise routine with equal weight to everything else, not just building muscle. Stretching is also that important. As we all knew, of course, right? Okay, walk the hands back in. Release up. So for our back bends today, I know you like bridge pose, but I did want to do camel pose one more time because I felt that that was a little bit awkward last week. So I thought that doing it again would be good. Not more awkward, but hopefully a little more comfortable this time. So come onto your knees. So you got your shins all on the ground. Take the block long side so it's super high and place it between your heels. So we have a nice L shape with our bodies again today, for like the 50th time. That's good, right? Roll your shoulders up and back, and then really kind of feel everything here. Engage your quads, squish your glutes together, roll your shoulders up and back, put your hands down energetically by your sides, press your toenails into the ground, squeeze the blocks between your heels, and then release. And take both hands to your hips. Take your right hand forward, up, and then back. Open the chest, twisting to the right, and reaching our right hand back towards the block. There we go. Inhale here and exhale. Feel an arch in the chest. You can let your head release back if it feels good. You can keep it neutral. Inhale and exhale. Release the arm. Take your hands to your hips again. We'll do the left side. Take your left arm forward, up and back, opening the chest to the left, reaching the hand back towards the block, and then find the security of the block to lean on. Use the block to help open the chest. Feel the twist, feel the lungs expand here. Inhale and exhale and release. This time we're going to take our arms up and then out to a T. Rotate the thumbs back so the palms face up, and then press the hips forward as you arch the shoulders back. Breathe in and breathe out. The block is right there if you want to rotate your arms down to get it, but right here is a perfectly good place to start. You know, when you get that tightness in the upper back from all that rowing, it takes a long time to compensate with stretching. So you don't really need to go back and reach for that block. Just stay right here. Feel the breastbone pull up toward the sky. Feel the abs lengthen. Make sure you're not crunching in the lower back. You can do that by pushing forward with the tops of your quads and your pelvis. Breathe in and breathe out. One last super deep breath in and release. Take the hips down to the block. Stretch the arms forward for child's pose. Let the back round. Arch it a little bit like we do with cat pose. And your hands are stretched out long. Just kind of pulse up and down. Just a little arch in the back and stretching it straight into child's pose. Lift the hips just a little to round and then extend the back straight for child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in, slowly walk the arms up, take the block out of the way, and come down to lay on the back of your mat. Then considering the time, we're going to skip headstand prep today and just lay flat on our back and find our L shape again. So first, tuck your shoulder blades under. You can grasp the edges of your mat if you want a little bit, or tuck your hands under your bottom a little bit. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Flex your feet and lift your heels straight up to the sky. Here we are in that extended half fold, except now we're laying flat on the back, our L shape. Keep the abdomen tight, keep the chest open, and push the heels toward the sky. If you can, flex the toes toward you. You can really even spread the toes and feel the arches engage. And doing this, it's like legs up the wall, only it's a little more energetic, but you still get the benefit of all that venous blood return. And normally our blood returns to our heart through the constriction of our muscles, squishing it back up, and then the valves stop it from flopping back down. But here we just let gravity assist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and start to slowly relax all the muscles that you can think of that you're not using. Let the legs in the sky even become a little softer. Let a slight bend come to the knees. And then let the knees descend to the chest and the heels come down to the floor. Extend your right leg out and then your left leg out. Retuck the shoulder blades underneath and let the palms face the sky. Close your eyes and deepen your breath. Let the muscles of the legs relax, the feet turn out slightly. And just start to let all the effort of our practice sink in. Take a moment to reflect on all the different things we did, all the challenges that were there for us, and also all the easy parts that were there for us. Take a moment just to see how that all fits in together and changes our being, changes our way of going about our day. And then just sort of let it all go. Just appreciate it and release it. And let yourself sink into Shavasana. Got the kitten at the door here. And release all those thoughts. Release the image of the kitten pushing at the door. Release all the thoughts that flicker through the brain as you sit here or lay here and try to rest. Breathing in and breathing out. Clearing the mind while I pet the cat. And just finding a deep, restful, empty space. Sometimes thoughts will still flicker through the mind. That's okay, that's what our mind's designed to do. It thinks. Just let it go, acknowledge it for what it is, and look for the next empty space. As we waken from Shavasana, we'll stretch the fingers and toes around a little bit, get a little bit of movement back inside. You can bring your knees back up into your chest, stretch your arms out overhead. Just feel your body starting to wiggle your hips around, and then wrap your arms around your knees and roll over onto your side. Take a moment here to enjoy this last little break from the daily world, this little place of your own. And then slowly roll up to a comfortable seat. Open your eyes, take your palms to your heart center. Namaste.